All right, it's Tuesday, May 7th. Weather's kind of changed here. The weatherman's changed his tune. It hasn't rained since Saturday. I don't know if you can see the trees blowing out there or not. There's been a pretty good breeze all day and the sun's been out and it's been pretty warm. Last night we took the Krause disc up to the 20-acre field up the road, and we was able to get over the whole thing. So tonight, if I got some help, I think we're gonna put the Krause disc on it, go over it again, and I'll get the Oliver here and the grain drill going. We're gonna plant some beans. So let's get started. Yeah, it's a little low, but I don't know if you can tell here, but it's parked uphill. It's probably 18 inches. That's probably level, and the hood's running uphill. So anyhow, let's get her started. Yeah, there's fuel in it. Pretty full. Better than 3/4. Anyhow, here we go. Yeah, I think Burning Dinosaurs was curious about the oil pressure, but watch how long it takes this oil pressure to come up. 1, 2, 7 seconds for it to come up. Alright. It's probably been 50 or 60, it's probably been 65 degrees today all day. There's wind blowing. Somebody said this morning the ground temperature was up to like 59. I went and got my beans this morning. So, right now we're going to go in the shed here. We're gonna get the digger out. This mounts on the 3-point hitch, scratches out the wire tire tracks to plant into them. So hang on, I'll bring you back. Alright, got it out of the shed. I gotta put my sway blocks on this side. I had that off for the rear blade because my blade's only I don't know, category 1 or something, so I had to narrow the 3-point hitch arms up. So I'm going to bolt that in and hook this to the 3-point hitch. It's yeah, I think it was homemade, but that's what it was made for, was scratching out the tire tracks in front of the grain drill. So alright, I'll bring you back. Alright, there it is. Mounted up there. Seems to me it scratches out just enough for the rows that are in the tire tracks. So we'll get the drill hooked up next. So, all right, I'll bring you back. All right, we got the grain drill hooked up. The 4630 is going to the field with the cross disc. This is ready to go. I'm going to grease it and fill the beans. And this is what it is right here. It's an 8300. 24 row, 6-inch spacing. And I've taken out every other row. I've got 12-inch spacings. So it's a 12-row bean planter. There's my spacers for my depth control. Got my jack. This is what I'm set at from last year, and I'm going to start there and see where we're at. I think my numbers are a little off. I usually go and gauge how far this opening is there, so I know where I'm at. But I'm going to start where I'm at right now. He's going to the field with a disc and get the first 4 acres started and the end's done, so I can go up there and start planting. We worked the ground last night. Got over at least once with a disc, so yeah, let me get started here. Let me get this thing greased and get going here. That's what I planted last year, 45 acres of beans. So let me get her greased and I'll bring you back. Alright, I greased it. There's only about 2 grease fittings on this thing. One on each side of that clutch and one on each side of the clutch down here. Now we got to get to the soybeans. This is what we're planting. There's two different varieties of Pioneer. I just brought the one skid home because I got a whole nother skid load and I couldn't haul it all, and it's only up the street about 3 miles. So yeah, I gotta get this corn off the top, so I'll have to set you up here. And this corn, yeah, that's what it is. It's got Liberty Link. Roundup Ready 2 and Liberty Link. Yield gourd. I can only imagine this stuff's expensive. But hey, corn prices are gonna be up this year. Alright, let me get this corn throat off the top here and get down to the soybeans. Here's what it is. 140,000 seeds per unit. Variety. 90% germ. And it is Liberty Link beans, so we may be spraying some Liberty Link this year. Ha! I went to school with a kid that gets this stuff for me. He just calls me and tells me my corn's in. I never tell him what to order. He just orders it, and I go out and pick it up. So here it is. This should be all the corn and half the beans. So alright, I'll bring you back. Alright, I've got 4 bags in each compartment. And it's just plain untreated soybeans. I've got this stuff here. This is inoculant. What this stuff does is forms a bacteria that sticks on the roots of the soybeans, and it grabs nitrogen. Pulls it out of the ground or out of the air, I don't know which, but instead of the beans being treated, I got to put this on the seed, and this bag supposedly treats well, 20 bags of beans. I think it says 1,000 pounds. Yeah, 1,000 pounds. So that's Vault SP. So that's what I'm using for inoculant. This old grain drill, you can see I've kind of rebuilt it too. Those are all new shoop openers, all new bearings. This grain drill had packer wheels that attached here and come back here, but they were really narrow, like 1.5 inches wide, and I didn't like the way it left the field. So for a while there I was dragging a chain, and I had a big heavy chain I was dragging, but it seemed to always it always upended rocks, so I didn't like that. So I built this little spike tooth hair for the back. It kind of knocks off the high spots, kind of smooths it out a little bit. I still have the clear packer wheels for it, but I just didn't like the way they left the field, so that's what I did that. Yeah, I ended up rebuilding this drill too. The front sheet was rusted out, and that bottom sheet was rusted out, and I ended up putting sheet metal over every other hole and taking out the seed cups for every other hole. And I need to put some air in this tire. It looks a little low, and I'm going to get going here. Time's a wasting. I think I'm going to put about 2 or 3 more bags in each compartment. So, all right, I'll bring you back. All right, this has been disced twice. He's out there going with a 4630. Yeah, this seed bed looks really nice. Few stalks and residue left, but I don't think that'll cause me an issue. Down here and drop my harrow. Go from there. Alright, let's start here. Chain that up so it doesn't bounce and hit the road. I reset the counter. We should be good to go. Put this down, put the diggers out. Here we go, let's roll. Shoot. I need to set this bolt for my depth. Let me figure my bid depth, and pretty good. Just enough pressure on the springs. Alright, here we go. This will be my view for the rest of the evening. About 1700 RPM. Digging up a little bit. Trying to till the field with trying to get the wheel marks out. Yeah, this ground looks really dry, really nice. Alright, I'm going to have to make some adjustments, so I'll bring you back. Alright, I've covered about 5 acres. It's about 8 o'clock. I've been at this since 5, getting the planter ready and stuff. Finally got things adjusted right, where to drive, things like that. Just kind of watch that tire, watch the road mark from the tire from the grain drill, and I just put it right over the top of that tire, front tractor tire. Alright, if you can see him out there, he's just about done up there against the woods, a distance, so yeah, I got a feeling it's going to be a long night. Hold on, I gotta adjust something. Alright, it's about 9:30, quarter to 10. I think I'm gonna call tonight. We got about, I think there's about 12 acres planted down there to the lights. So, yeah. Getting kind of chilly out here tonight. I don't think it's below 50 degrees, but still the air's cool. And it's been a long day, so I think I'm going to call tonight, cut this short. So thanks for watching.